Okay, so we're back for game two between Devin Russell and Alex Adams. Mono black zombies against. What are we calling this deck? Green red energy with a splash of white.
Yeah, green red energy with expiring vantage. So we'll see if that white comes into play here. So no turn one, dread wanderer this time. And it looks like Devin's on the mono black.
We'll see if he has the mana issues that he did in game one. Hopefully not.
And no attune with Aether from Alex. So no turn one plays for either player. There's a Relentless Dead. See if Alex has a Harnessed Lightning to sort of deal with that while he's tapped out.
Yeah, because I sort of feel in this matchup if Devin can sort of get out the blocks first, he's probably favoured because a lot of Alex's threats rely on him sort of untapping and attacking and being able to utilize his energy.
Mm-hmm.
I just mentioned as well for those watching the playmats that you see in the background are the group playmats that I think is David Thomas was arranging. You can get them for your own computer as well. Yeah, so he takes the aggressive line there to remove the cub straight away. And so Alex is kind of forced to play from behind now because he's gonna take four.
Yeah, I wonder if he's playing any Radiant Flames or Sweltering Suns, Magma Sprays in the sideboard. I'm not sure.
So there's what you called before the harness lightning when he's tapped out on the relentless dead.
All right. So when is the Pro Tour for Hours of Devastation? Is that this weekend or the next weekend?
I think it's the following weekend. I have a friend that's actually just travelled to Kyoto to play, and I think there's another event on beforehand, like a lead up, that they're preparing for. So they'll play the following week.
Yeah, it's always so interesting how much Standard shakes up before and after the Pro Tour, and what wins the Pro Tour is not necessarily the best deck of the format.
Yeah, I've really noticed that for the last few Pro Tours actually. Like there was a period there, probably Dragons into Origins, where the Pro Tour was quite reflective of what was the best deck. But the last couple of Pro Tours, the decks that have won just seem to be garbage post Pro Tour. I'm thinking it was like Jerry Thompson, one of his zombies deck. The before
Yeah.
that was I don't remember the winning deck beforehand. Oh, there was the control deck that had the Devin Barn in the finals. That was for Kaladesh.
Is that the one with Shota?
Yeah, Shota beat the Brazilian guy.
Yeah.
I think his name was had an Esper in his name.
Yeah. Another Relentless Dead from Devin here,
And this time with the mana open.
showing truly how relentless they are.
Probably the other important point here as well is Devon's got the full mana, so he can actually do some decent stuff this time earlier in the game, because Alex is still at least 2 turns away from a Glory Bringer.
Yeah, I'm not sure Glorybringer is can take down a creature, but a lot of Devin's creatures are kind of small, resilient, and then he has to remain tapped for a turn. So
Yeah, I think the power of the Glory Bringer, particularly in the first game, was that um, Alex was playing from in front, so
yep.
Devin was constantly playing back catch up, and then when he's got this big 4/4 with haste, it's just like a 4 powered lightning bolt that has to be answered. And
Yeah, it
so
could even be a sort of bring him in on the play and take him out on the draw, something like that could be possible.
yeah, I mean I don't know I'm not, enough about this deck to really know how to play it, but as an opponent of this, it's sort of a card that I'm permanently scared of. Again with the mana up, so he's going to be forced to. Does he want to trade the tracker at this stage?
Feels bad trading a tracker for a zombie token, and the Relentless Dead has Menace. I think I would take another hit here. He's just still at 16 life, but
Because this is going to put him to 10. The Lord of the Accursed can give Menace again the next turn, which would put him to 4. So it's a dangerous position. He's going to trade.
yeah.
I, I mean, the trade will make sense certainly if we see oh, there you go.
Here,
Trade makes sense. Full stop. I was going to say if we see a Sweltering Suns come down next turn.
yeah, if in that case, I probably wouldn't trade. Try to play a land, get another clue, swing in, and then cast the Suns. But I'd expect Radiant Flames over Sweltering Suns here in this 3-color deck. Well, we we'll see if the white shows up anywhere.
Green. Oh, yeah, actually, that's a good point. That might be why he's playing the white, to give the third colour for Radiant Flames. So then he'd have the 4 Ether Hubs plus the whites. So 5 sources possibly to get the third colour.
Mm-hmm. Could be digging for a land here.
And also, I think it's the tracker can't block the Relentless Dead. So he might be setting up to race, although he's quite far behind at 20 to 13.
Yeah. I mean, to combat this zombie deck, you really need some exiling and maybe some sweepers. Otherwise, it's too resilient and it's just too powerful.
Yes, you would assume here that this is a race, but Devin's got 5 coming back the other way. There's no 3 damage for 1 red in standard. So Lord of the Accursed is safe.
At least 5. It plays another mastery or another lord, then it's coming in for a lot.
And it will drop him to at least 8.
Perhaps he's got a glory bringer in hand and thinks he can outrace him.
Yeah, I think well, that's going to make it difficult. I think a Glory Bringer into Lord of the Accursed, then you'd have 9 damage on the board against 2 Relentless Deads doing 4 damage. But he's gonna have lethal next turn on the way back.
Down to 8.
One card left in hand for Devin. Here's the turn. What's the play? Radiant Flames isn't even ideal here because he's got the mana open for the Relentless Dead.
Okay, a brawler.
Let me check. Lord of the Accursed. All zombies get menace. So if he wants to, I mean, he has to tap Lord of the Accursed for that, which is pointless when Relentless Dead already has menace.
Right.
So, so,
So,
so
you mean double menace isn't a thing? You have to get
yeah.
4 creatures?
Yeah, well, I was thinking it says all zombies. He can the Lord will have menace as well, which would mean 2 of them would get through. But you got to tap the Lord, so that idea goes out the window. So he could possibly attack here because he's going to have 1 useless blocker.
But then he dies to any removal spell.
True, yeah.
So he holds back here. 4 cards in hand, didn't play a land, so it must be 4 spells in hand for Alex.
And Devin's still holding that last card. I'm guessing that was a land draw for the turn. Yeah, so one of these is going to get through. He's going to drop to 5.
Drop to 5. The tracker will eat one of them. Well, I guess no, he would just order the brawler first, or
Yeah, I think he'd put the 5/4 tracker in the Voltaic Brawler, so just trade the Brawler with the Relentless Dead. Oh.
Interesting. Does that mean he wants to keep the brawler?
Yeah, because he could have played the land and had 10 power and trackers.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So,
I think Devin would have been very happy to see that one.
yeah, Alex gives him the option of taking out a tracker, and he takes it. So relentless.
Yeah, he blocks the Relentless Dead and it's straight back again. And another one. So he's got 3 menace creatures. Only that's lethal on board. So something has to happen this turn.
Yeah, I think he used the Relentless Dead ability to bring back a Relentless Dead to his hand, recast it, and then cast a Dread Wanderer.
So he's got the 1 mana open, so he can bring a Relentless Dead back to his hand. But I think Alex is kind of on sweeper or bust here. Hour of Devastation.
Oh, and he kept the...
He's cycling looking for something.
I mean, why is that still in? Post board.
I think we're going to game 3.
GG? Chandra. What does that do? I think nothing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's a line here. He can block a Relentless Dead, remove a Relentless Dead, but one still gets through.
+2 for mana, cast another creature, but I don't think that does anything.
Yeah, he's still taking 8 damage regardless. Even if he takes down the Lord of the Accursed, he's still going to take 2, 4, 6 damage. He's one short.
So that's just game.
Yep, we're going to game 3. He could swing the tracker and the voltaic brawler and hope Devin's silly enough to block both.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe
Devin.
attacks into Chandra.
Yeah, he takes down Chandra.
What I'm looking forward to most in game 3 is finding out what this white splash is for.
Yeah, hopefully we find out. So this should just be a case of swinging at Alex, and we'll be going to game 3. Yep, there it is. So we're going to go to game 3.